And then it's the point of just move away from your screens, looking at tick charts and minute charts and hourly charts. They're just not going to help you.
Mm.
Everybody thinks they can be a trader because they see Ansem or somebody online and they think, oh, I'm going to make 100x. I'm going to do this. I'm going to trade in, trade out. When the reality is the true wealth in this space, true wealth in all businesses, are people who just buy and hold.
BitcoinZella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to BitcoinZella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul Pal talks about how to get rich in crypto, from smart investing to future trends. Let's dive in and learn.
And that's that famous bell curve thing, is the moron on the left, the Jedi Master on the right, and the mid-curver in the middle. You all have to go through that journey. You know, the moron on the left, the first person in the space, is like buy Bitcoin and just hold it. Then you go through the whole justification of everything, and then you build this massive macro thesis that is entirely wrong, and then you're trading out of your coins, and then it's like, I'm going to make the money by trading the early stage stuff, and I'm going to do the AI tokens and this, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And in the end, you come to the other side, which is just buy and hold. There's too many coins, and it's a game of attention. So the more coins there are, the less attention can focus on the key ones, or it hyper-focuses on the big ones. Or a narrative holds for a period of time, and it doesn't hold for long in this world. So if you look at what's happened in the last 3 years over the bull market, from the bottom of 2022 through to today, it's essentially been a Bitcoin dominance game. So just owning Bitcoin has been the best bet, except for 2 asset allocation shifts, basically, that have been relatively long-term for a year each. One was by Solana at the bottom, and the other was by Sui last year. And those have been the big bets. There's been interim bets where you've made a lot of money from some of these, but they've been less persistent. So they haven't captured attention for long. So some of them have lasted 6 months. But really what you're looking at is in the top 10, top 20 projects, what are the ones that have persistent network adoption that are growing and provable? Those are better quality bets.
XRP holders have a big date to circle. June 18 marks the debut of North America's first spot-based XRP exchange-traded fund. Purpose Investments cleared a major hurdle by nailing down approval from the Ontario Securities Commission, and next week investors can trade direct XRP exposure on the Toronto Stock Exchange. This new ETF will let fans of the fourth-largest altcoin skip wallets and custody headaches, bringing XRP into the mainstream of traditional finance. This milestone follows Hashtag's pioneering spot XRP ETF launch in Brazil earlier this year, and it ramps up pressure on U.S. issuers like Franklin Templeton, WisdomTree, and Bitwise. While they've already filed to offer spot XRP ETF stateside, the next green light from the SEC likely won't come until Q4. If all goes according to plan, North American investors will soon have multiple paths to XRP, making June 18 the first of many steps toward broader adoption.
There's 2 ways that look at, so this is what we're talking about now is Metcalfe's law. That's how this price is actually priced. So Metcalfe's law is how to value networks. It's how Amazon is valued, Google is valued, all of these things. And what it is the number of active users and then the total value transacted. So i.e., are those users valuable? So the Bitcoin network has a lot of users. They don't do anything except buy and hold and trade a bit. But the value of that is a lot. We've got sovereign states buying. So there's big numbers. So that's why Bitcoin is worth more than everything else. Ethereum has a huge number of users and a massive number of applications. Now, the layer 2s have confused it somewhat, but that's why it has the value that it has. So what you're looking for is projects that are seeing growing user growth and growing applications that have value. And Solana, at the bottom of the cycle, it was being priced as if it was going to go to zero, yet you could see the developer community was actually growing and the number of users was stable. And then Bonk was like one of the things that kind of shifted the narrative a bit, and you started seeing user growth. So now you've got a big, proven, high-quality team one of the best in the business, with great technology, and many other projects have great tech, but they got the adoption. And so that started to feel like it was a decent bet. Sui's the same thing.
So I'm the Uber driver or anyone else coming into crypto. First you say Bitcoin, right? And I'm like, everyone, without exception, will say, yeah, but Bitcoin is 90K or 100K. If it goes to 200K, I'm only up to 2x. Fuck this shit, bro. I want to make money, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. Because at first, they're coming out of 401k world or investing world, or they've got a bank account and they're getting 5% interest on their deposits, right? The Uber driver. And he's thinking, well, how do I make money? I've owned some, he might have bought a share or two or owns, an ETF. So when you say, well, Bitcoin on average does like 150% returns over the last, since 2012, they're like, holy shit. But then once you start seeing the rest of crypto, you're like 100%, but that bloke just made 100x. Okay, this is the danger zone now. This is when they start, you talk to them, they're like, I'm all in on Fartcoin. You're like, no. And I try and explain to them is you have to go down that learning journey, do that with 10% of your portfolio, because then you can fuck it up.
Bitcoin surrendered its recent gains as tensions flared in the Middle East. News broke that President Trump abruptly left the G7 summit in Canada and summoned the National Security Council to the White House Situation Room, even urging on Truth Social that everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. This ominous message sent shockwaves through markets, swiftly triggering a dramatic flight to safety and caution. As word of escalating conflict spread, Bitcoin slid by more than $2,000 in just hours, dropping from an intraday peak near $108,780 to roughly $106,421. Traders who had breathed easy after reclaiming six figures found themselves scrambling as volatility spiked. The cryptocurrency, which had held a range-bound channel above $100,000 since early May, suddenly faced fresh pressure. Other digital assets fared worse. Ethereum plunged nearly 5%, testing support just above $2,500, and high-cap altcoins plunged between 5% and 6%. Over $80 billion was wiped from total crypto market capitalization, and $400 million in leveraged positions was liquidated in a wave of margin calls. Meanwhile, embassies in Israel issued evacuation warnings, amplifying fears of broader conflict. As geopolitical risks mount, crypto investors will be watching every headline, waiting to see if Bitcoin and its peers can find footing or if more turbulence lies ahead. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.